The best variety of the Hill Country's greatest hits, The River 106.1. It's Chad and the Breakfast Club, finally Friday, celebrating Halloween with you. Diana Ross and Hall & Oates coming up in minutes, and we're going to pay a visit to Weatherman Dan. And yeah, I know, it's a little chilly still. My wife had to run out this morning. She heard, 30 degrees. I better cover up the rest of the cucumber plants, whatever's left that's going to survive of them. 34 degrees right now, sunny skies, heading for a high of 75. See, it's going to be nice. So, yeah, take that jacket, put the jacket on, but take layers. You're going to want the layers because they're going to come off later on in the day. But I want to introduce you to somebody right now. We have fantastic schools around the Hill Country. We have some great, great teachers, great people, and great students. And I got an email last week, or earlier in the week, from a kid named Aiden. Aiden's here with me this morning. Morning, Aiden.
Morning.
A little closer to the microphone.
Alrighty.
And so he asked me, he sent me just the best email. It was so well written. It was so articulate. It was professional sounding. And he said, I have an interest in broadcasting. I have an interest in, I want to know, is radio going to survive? It's a changing industry. Has it already been pushed out by podcasts and Spotify? Is the industry dying? And in some places it is. It absolutely is. And thank God there are people in leadership in different radio groups that see the future and see what radio could be and how it touches lives individually and on a community basis in a town like, you've got Kerrville and Fredericksburg and Harper and Bandera and Bernie. And you've got these places where radio can connect with people face to face, neighbor to neighbor. We are right here with you. And so he just wanted to know. And so we got to talking about it. And I said, you need to come in and see how radio works firsthand. What do you think so far, dude?
Well, I think it's awesome.
You've been here for almost 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
And I've just been talking in the background about, and this and this, and blah, 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 blah. But now you're going live. You're live on the air.
On the air.
Tens of thousands of people listening and hanging on your every word, Aiden.
A lot of people.
And so talk to you. You might want to get a little closer to the microphone. But let's talk about dogs for a moment. You like dogs, Aiden?
I like dogs, yeah.
Do you have a dog?
I do have a dog.
Tell me about your dog.
Oh, they're 3 dachshunds.
Okay, 3 dachshunds.
Yes, sir.
Little wiener dogs.
Yes, little ones. Well, we got 1 little one and 2 big ones.
Okay. I didn't know there were big dachshunds, but here we are.
Normal-sized dachshunds and then small dachshunds.
So tell me, Aiden, what are the benefits of having a dog? Let's because we have a large and faithful dog and cat audience here on the Breakfast Club. Dogs and cats that are listening every morning. Good morning, meow, woof. Nice to have you with us. And so what are the benefits, Aiden?
Well, so a study out of the University of Brighton looked at the ways that having a dog can positively impact your life. And, I'm sure it's focused on dogs, but they apply to pets in general.
Sure. And so this is University of Brighton in England, so you've got to say it with an accent. Yes, we're listening to the University of Brighton. This is real research, real science going on here. So what's the rest of it?
Structure and routine, like, getting up in the morning to feed them or going on walks. You have to structure it and chart out a routine for every day.
Mm-hmm. Now, I knew somebody, I was listening to a speech by somebody who had gone on to be a very, very high-level sales manager, okay? Very high level. And she said that you learn the skills to be successful and consistent in business by raising animals, because it didn't matter if you weren't feeling well, the cows still needed to be milked. Mm-hmm. And it didn't matter if your grandma died that morning, you went to the funeral at 10 after
and then fed the cows.
You milked the cows and then you fed them later. Right. You have to take care of the animals
no matter what happens.
Consistently. It helps you become a better parent. Mm-hmm. So yes, structure and consistency. Yeah, fabulous. What else?
Constant responsibility you have.
Totally.
And then, companionship, having a dog by your side can ward off feelings of loneliness. And some people use their pets as sounding boards or to spill secrets they don't trust with anyone else because, a dog can't go tell secrets.
I just saw yesterday, 35% of people, cat owners say they confide in their cats. They pour out their deepest secrets to their cats. And you know that those cats are going to hold it against them later. They're going to hold them for blackmail because that's what cats do.
Yeah, no, cats are evil.
You're furry little overlords.
That's why we talk about dogs.
That's why we talk about dogs. So, what else?
Well, so, like mood boost, obviously dogs make you happy. Everyone likes dogs.
Everybody likes dogs.
And, a lot of dog owners say they feel joy just from interacting with their dogs. And some say they get happier just by looking at their dogs.
Oh, it's so true.
They don't even have to be doing anything. It's just sitting there and they're getting happy.
I bet Linda right now, we got Linda in Kerrville. She's got got 4 dogs, and I thought they were all, poodles, but she told me they're all different varieties. I bet she's sitting in her chair right now, listening and laughing and smiling at her dogs because their dogs make her happy. It's true, right? What else?
True. I mean, the University of Brighton said it's true, so.
University of Brighton said it's true. Fantastic. Well, first, okay, really important here, Aiden.
Me.
You are a
sophomore
at
Ingram High School.
Fantastic. And why did you send me that email?
Well, I've always thought it's cool, and just watching you a second ago doing the announcing and all that. I thought that's cool. I don't really think much of what to do until they're asking me like, "Hey, you got 2 years. What are you gonna do? You got 2 years, so you got to go out and do something." You're gonna go to college.
Sure.
And
you got to have your career all figured out. You're 15
now.
years old. You got to know what you're going to do for the rest of your life.
I mean, I am only 15, but.
But this is a great place to start, right?
Yeah, and the teachers are asking me like, well, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, I've always thought broadcasting is cool. They're like, well, in the radio, and I'm like, yeah, I think that's awesome.
Absolutely,
like,
it is.
How about you email them and just, what's the worst they can say? No.
Right. No, and trust me, from this side of the microphone, it's really important to us that a new generation of people comes up, just like any career field. We're running out of plumbers. We're running out of carpenters. Why? Because they're aging out. We need a younger generation to come in and to do the important work. So, Aiden, welcome aboard. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Let's check in with J.R. Zowie, grab some headlines on the river.